So in the last video I showed you how my cage got bent by quite a nasty slap shot. So that's the cage removed, what it looks like. So I bought a new one, and now I'm sort of going to explain to you how to change yours if ever that happens to you. So first, you take your mask, you take out the original cage. So to do that, you need a flathead screwdriver, or in this case, it depends on what kind of screws you have on your helmet. And basically I did the 6 screws, these 2 here and that one there, that are on this particular helmet. So your helmet might be different, depends on the company, the model, but mine had 6 different screws holding it. So now you'll notice on each of these screws here, there's a metal tab that attaches between the screw and the cage. So once you unscrew the screws, these tabs will stay on the other cage. What you have to do is you pry them open with using a flathead screwdriver or some other means, and just remove them from the old cage, put them on the new cage at the appropriate spot, and then bend them or try and pry them closed again. So you don't really want to break these because you actually need them. Then you take your new cage with the metal tabs on them, position it on your helmet, align the hole in these metal tabs with the screw holes, and screw the screws in them. So it's pretty simple. Things that may be difficult, the cage might not be exactly the right size or shape for your helmet, so you may have to bend it a little bit into shape. Now, bending it by hand, I'm not saying using some force or some crazy tools. Mine required a little bit of adjustment, so I could just kind of bend it into shape, put some pressure, and then put the screw in the hole and then tighten it up. Other things that you might have problems with is the screw holes themselves are not actually attached to the helmet. They're kind of just in place, and they're glued to the back of the padding here. So if you see that it's turning on itself, you just have to remove the padding, take a screwdriver. There's a slot for a screwdriver at the back of the female end of the screw hole, and then you just retain it into place while screwing the screw in it. So that'll make sure that the screw goes in and that it's not just turning in midair. Other than that, it's a pretty simple process, and yeah, it's pretty useful when your cage gets bent.